Hello? Hello? We did, let's look at the question. I think in our last class, I know how to make noise, though. I'm very, very good at making noise. So, if I start my own now, you better me. Are I equal to free yaketa? So I think we have solved this first part, right?
Yes, sir.
So we want to solve the second part. And the first part we got how many tablets?
We got 4 tablets.
4. So let's continue. The second part says the pharmacy technician in question above observed that after adding the pulverized tablets, the suspension measured 102 ml in volume. Calculations revealed that rather than the prescribed strength of 300 milligram per 5 ml, there were 294.1 milligram per 5 ml. What could the pharmacy technician do to bring the suspension to the desired strength? Remember, this would have happened in the first part, but because we are told to assume that there is no increase in volume. Now, if you say you want to prepare, that's why, if you remember, I told you something. When you are preparing solid in liquid dosage form, where you dissolve a solid in liquid or disperse, I told you that you don't measure exactly the volume of the final preparation. It's not exactly the same thing with the volume of the solvent or the continuous phase. Am I communicating? Because let's assume you are to prepare what will give you volume of 100 ml. Then you go and get 100 ml of water, exactly 100 ml of water, and dissolve the solid in 100 ml of water. Sorry, when you are done dissolving, the product you will get will not be 100 ml. It will be above 100 ml. And because it's above 100 ml, the concentration will do what? Go down. The concentration will decrease. That's what happened here. Now we are putting into consideration the increase in volume. So that 1,000 milligram of tablet that was crushed and added in the solvent or whatever vehicle has and caused an increase in the volume of the final preparation. This is what we are going to do when we enter what? Specific volume. Every drug has its own what? Specific volume. The amount of the vehicle it will displace. If you add a specific amount of the drug in the vehicle, it will displace amount of the vehicle. Now that means if you are preparing that thing and that product, you should be careful. Put into consideration the amount. If you know the specific volume of a particular active ingredient, you will know exactly the amount of the vehicle you will use, so that if it is going up, it will get up to the level with the total amount of the product you need. In fact, some people are using it today. There are some. Have you noticed that in some people, I'm talking about, but it's better I mentioned it. Have you noticed that there are some oral powder for oral suspension. There are some powder for oral suspension. You will see if you get maybe some antibiotics or some maybe, let me use antibiotic. If you get the or even anti-malaria, if you get the if let me use specifically let me use azithromycin. There are some azithromycin powder for oral suspension you will get. If you look at the container, if you look at the container, you see a line. You see a line, right? You see a line there, and they will tell you keep that you should disperse the drop. Pour clean water, right? Shake well, then keep adding until you get to this level. Good. Maybe here maybe 100 ml, right? Fine. This one has no issue because they have told you to keep adding until you make it up. Here now you are making it up to 100. You have taken care of the what? Displacement what value. Sorry, specific volume, because you are making up to what? 100 mil. But there are some. Most of that azithromycin comes in 200 mil. Sorry. There are some. The company has done their calculation using specific volume of azithromycin. In such company, something like I think Pfizer, their Zithromax powder for suspension has something like that. All you need to do is just they just tell you pour. They will tell you the specific amount of water you pour. They will tell you. I think they say pour 9 ml of water or something like that. They have done the calculation and know that if you pour that, let me not say I am not shaking, but there's a specific volume they will tell you to pour. They have done the calculation using the specific volume of azithromycin, the drug itself, and the content, and they know that if you pour a specific amount, this amount of water inside, the final volume will give you what? 200 ml. They have done the what? Calculation. And because they know that if you pour and if you get beyond above 200, the concentration will do what? Decrease. Am I communicating? The concentration will do what? Decrease. So it does say 200 ml, yeah?
Yes.
Sorry. So sorry. Is the drug itself that is 200 milligram per what? 5 ml, I think so. The drug itself is what? 200. The azithromycin itself is what? 200 milligram per what? 5 ml. But some of them are 30 ml inside or so. Let not go there. But the point I'm making is that this is what we are looking at here. For us to solve this question, the concentration we are looking for is what? 300 milligram per what? 5 ml. But when they added 100 4 tablets, it went up to what? 102 ml. If you want to know whether this concentration is correct, simply divide ab initio we have solution. Ab initio we have ab initio we have that we have 300 milligram what? In what? 5 ml, right?
Yes.
And everything in 100 milligram, 100 ml is what? 6 what? True of us?
Yes.
True of us is true. 6,000 milligram in what? 100 ml. Now, but initially, that calculation we did, we have 5,000 in 100 ml until we add what? And got what? This. And get this concentration. Now, when you now add that amount, because they say that the former technician in question A above, after adding the provided tablet, the suspension measured 102. Now, period that when he added the 1,000 what milligram, making it 6,000 milligram, right? Instead of having 6,000 milligram in 100 ml, you now have 6,000 milligram in what? 102 mil. Reduce this to 5 mil. Tell me what the answer will be. It's simple. If this, what should be here and what should be here, multiply. What should be here? 2 what?
4.1.
Milligram. Have you seen where they got this, right? Per what? 5 mil. Now, what means that the concentration went down? Let me align them well. The concentration, what's supposed to be 6,000 milligram in 100 mil, that should give us 300 milligram in what? 5 mil. Now becomes 294.1 milligram in what? 5 mil. This is a decrease in concentration. It's a what? Decrease in concentration. Because you now ask us, how do we now bring this up to what? 300 milligram per 5 mil. What do we do? That's the big question now. We can solve this by looking for. We can solve this. The drug is what? Cephaloxime. We can solve this by browsing for specific volume of what? Cephaloxime. So this is this is male, right? This is what was ordered. And this is what was what? Gotten, right? Now, so here, but remember here, we have no business with increase in volume. Now here, what do we do? The question is, what do we do to this thing to come up with this place? The entire solution is, the entire suspension is just what? 102 mil. If we try to pour out the 102, pour out 2 mil, it will still affect this thing because it is already what? A dispersion. Am I completing? If you say, let me pour out 2 mil of the entire product, so as to, if you do it, concentration will keep doing what? Decreasing. And we cannot do what? Evaporates to remove the what? Solvent. What do we do? You raise your hands. It will decrease. Okay, but if you disperse properly, if you disperse properly and pour 2 mil, because the concentration will remain the same. It not change. If you pour it out, it will be the same thing. Because if you take 2 mil from this thing now, it will give you the same concentration. Yes. If you take 2 mil, it will give you the same what? Concentration. And if you now say, okay, let me add, if you add more of the drug, what do you think will happen? It will displace more, 3 of us.
Yes.
So what do we now do? You say what? I'm going to be on now. Look at it. Listen carefully. It says add what? Dash 250 milligram of what? Pulverized tablet to this one. Measure the so mil. The idea is this. Hello. The idea is this. We'll try to add a specific amount of this pulverized tablet. If you add it, the volume will do what? Offshoot. Yes, the volume will offshoot. But our target, even if you offshoot a particular amount, our target is to measure out the volume, calculate the volume that will give us 300 milligram per 5 mil. and get our answer straight. We can add specific amount, any amount of this programmed powder. Wonderful. But when we are done, yes, the volume will go up. I agree. But we now do our calculation and know the volume that will take out from it, that will give us that specific what concentration. That's the answer. So let's try it and see how far we can go. Now, if you add, let's say this thing now, this thing now that you have 294.1 milligram in 5 mil. If you move it to to 100 mil, what do you think it will give us? See what I mean? Am I off the frame? Am I off the frame? I am. So if you have 294.1. You have two, please, if I'm off the frame, please let me know. You have 2.94 what? Milligram in what? 5 mil. How many milligram will be 100 mil? 5 what? 5,000 what? 588 2 milligram, right? Will be in what? 100 mil. Then how many will be in 102 mil? Check. How many will be in issue 6,000? But check. Issue 6,000. Fast. Huh? 6,000, right? Good. Now, remember our target. Our target is to get 300 milligram in what? That is our target. Our target is to get 300 milligram in what? 5 mil. So if you have 294.1 milligram in 5 mil, 100 mil should contain what? 588 what? 2 milligram should be in what? 100 mil. Now, if you have 300 milligram in 5 mil, from our knowledge of ratios and proportion, I want someone to tell me, what do you think we can do using these values I listed here now? Well, what do you think we can do to get concentration that will give us 300 milligram per 5 mil? Let's reason. It's not the time to wait after you copy. Let's reason now. Let us reason, because it's your level of reason that will help you. It's not what you copy down. Let's think now. What do you think we can do? I want ideas. From what? Okay. Okay, she said, what if, say it again, please. From total volume. Total amount that will be in the, okay, 6,000 should be, okay. Masinka. Okay. Thank you, but if you add it, this thing will say rise. But it will rise now, right? Establish it to rise, right? Good. Now, do we now know the level it will rise to? I don't know if you what they're saying is right now. I know what they're saying. Now, if you add that amount if you add that amount, do we know the level it will rise to? We don't know. We do what? Okay, now it's okay. Does anybody have any other thing to say? Now, if you remember initially we have 250 milligram in 5 mil, right? Right? Then, and when we now find the total amount, it was 5,000 milligram in what? 100 mil. Remember?
Yes.
Remember? It was 5,000 milligram in 100 mil. But when we added 1,000 milligram, it became 102. Are we together?
Yes.
When we added 1,000 milligram, it became what? 102. That increase is 2 mil, right?
Yeah.
That is 1,000 milligram cost increase in 2 mil. Are we together? The 1,000 milligram we added cost increase in what? 2 mil. This is a factor for us. This thing here is a very strong word factor for conversion. We keep it. Now, here we have 294.1 milligram in 5 mil. And if you found it in 100 mil, you have what? 5 what? 822 milligram in what? 100 what? Mil. Are we together? Now, what is the difference you mentioned? Huh? The difference you mentioned is what? 118, right? Now, if 1,000 milligram of the same drug cost 2 mil increase, what will one what? 8 what? Milligram, right?
Yes.
What?
118.
Sorry. What 118 cost?
130.
How many mil increase will it cost? 0 point what? Somebody please, 0 point what?
236.
0.236 what? Mil. Now what this implies that if you add, listen carefully, if you add 118 here, it will turn to what? It will turn to what? 600 milligram. Whereas here, we will become what? 100 point what? Call it 24 mil, okay? Approximately. Now, if you add this inside this, it will the final volume will become this. Divide this by this. What has already given you? Divide this by this. Bring it down to 5 mil. Is what? The same thing we did here now is what? In 5 mil is what? 29.
4.1 milligram. Yeah.
This one, okay? Two what? Point what? 10 milligram per what? 5 mil. Now, if 6,000 milligram is correct. So if 6,000 milligram, remember that we initially asked what? 5,000 what? Sorry. 5,000 milligram in how many meals? In 100 mil. And when we added this, it came to 6,000 milligram in 102 mil. From here, we got this, right? That 118 milligram will cost what? 0.23 increase. If 1000 milligram cost what? 2 mil what increase. This will cost what? 0.2 milligram increase. Now, can I please pop this side? Yes, sir. All right, thank you. All right, let me stop up here. Now, hello, please listen, please. All our effort is to, this is what we have at hand. Yes. 294.1 milligram per 5 mil concentration. And this is what is found in 102 mil. That is where I'm having issue now. 1 milligram per 5 mil, all is in what? 10 what? 2 mil. Yes. I just wrote what is here. Now, this is the final total what? Volume. And this is the what? The strength. Now, if you have this at hand, this is strength. Our target is to do what? Get what? In what? 5 mil. 300 milligram in what? 5 mil. And if you expand this, this will still give you the same 6,000 milligram in what? 102. This will give you what? 6,000 milligram in what? 102. Instead of what? 6,000 milligram in what? In 100 what? Mil. Instead of 6,000 milligram in what? 100 mil. This thing we did here is also will help us here. Now look up. If you have this in 102 mil, this is in 100 mil. What we can do here to get up to this is to add more of the what? Solid. But the issue is, as you are adding, this will do what? Increase. But this is where we employ this, but you don't know the extent it can go. All you know is that it will do what? Increase. But don't know the extent, what is extent of the what? Increase. That's what you don't do what? No. Once you add it will keep increasing. So if you now say, okay, let's add, since 1,000 milligram will cause an increase of what? 2 mil. If you add extra 1,000 milligram to this, it will keep increasing again. All things being equal, it will say increase to what? To what? 1 what? 4 mil. All things being equal. If you mix properly and do your work properly, if you add 1,000 milligram to this, it will still increase to what? 104 mil. And your target is to get 300 milligram in what? In 5 mil. What can we do to this? If you now say, okay, let's put 104 mil here. Sorry. Let's put if you put 100 mil here, this one will go down. Are you aware? It will go down. It will go down definitely. Then, if you now say, okay, let us now pin this to 300 milligram to in 5 mil, and and work with sorry, if you have 700 milligram 7,000 milligram in what 104 mil and add one pin to 5 mil, what will it give you here? What will it give you? 3 what? 5 milligram will be in what? 5 mil. At this point now, but you can go. If you can go, I don't hear it at home. You can go. Why I remain here and solve this thing? If you want to stay. Let's solve it. If you want to go, feel free to do what. But don't make noise here, please. It's time to put your brain at work. So now, it's not every question that will solve it will end. You must meet what? Challenges. And this one of those what? Challenges. So it's time for us to do what? Sit down and apply your all these things you've been learning since. I intentionally leave some questions there like that. This is time to do what? Sit down and do what? Solve it. So I think we've gotten what we need here, right? We need here. So I'll clean here. None of these things give me what I want, so I'll clean. I'll clean and start what? Fresh. If you're tired, you can go. Feel free. Okay. Now, hello. This question is tough, so but we will solve it today. What's the for 2 p.m. I'll be at solving today. After solving, I will go. I'll me post it there. If you leave me here and go, I will post it. All right, let's go. Now, so this is where we are now. What do we do? What do we do? Give any idea? Hello, please. Please, if I see you playing, I'll send it out. Do you know one problem I've noticed? Some people don't like anything that made them to think, to reason, and that's why we are making noise. I'm here on the board, cracking my bed. You are there making noise. Then how will you grow? No, tell me, how will you solve challenge that will face you in your place of work? How will you do it if you cannot reason and think? Sit well, sit well. Your pen should be in your hand trying to solve this question. That's what it should be. Now, so you're about to say something. That's 600 milligram is what?
the amount of the drug that you add inside, so it's not displacing.
Okay, if you reduce the amount of drug that you add, you say what? No, no, no. See, the point is this. Hello, are we together? The point is this. Hey, okay, okay. So bad. Now let's continue. So now the issue now is this. What you are saying is not that, but the issue now is this. Anything email and apam, the final volume will do what? Increase. And it will always increase to render the concentration still this or even less than. That's the issue now. And we know that 294.1 milligram in 102 mil, sorry, in 5 mil, will always give us this in what? 102. What would be here in 102 mil? I think we have done the calculation before.
Yes.
Do it. What would be here in 102 mil? Fast. 5 what? Correct? Good. So 5882. Five what? 5999 point what? Let's leave it as what? 6,000 milligram per watt in 102 mil. 6,000 milligram in 102 mil. So now, you are talking. Say something, no. Say something here. Yes. Like here, right? Please, you see, here is not that. Like I know, if you add specific amounts, am I communicating? Confirm. If you add specific amount of powder tablets inside this suspension, in can now, I agree. The volume will offshoot. It will do what? Offshoot. Now measure that mil of. You have to calculate how many mil you need to measure out. Measure that mil of final what? Suspension and discard what mil. I agree with you. But my issue is this. If you add anything here, will it remain constant?
No, it will change.
It will change to what extent? How many 50 milligram you added? Good. Now, if you let's assume we add 150 milligram. Let's assume we add one. Let's assume we pulverize one what tablet and we add it here, right? Now, do you think this thing will remain the same? This volume here, this 102, will it remain this 102? Will it change? It will increase, right? Confirm. Now, for you to know the measure, they say you measure that mil of the final of because what means that mil here of final suspension will contain that required concentration. That's meaning, hope you know. Now, for you to be able to know, how do you now calculate that mil? Because if you now are measuring out, you must have done some calculation that will now inform you the one to do what? Measure out. You must have calculated how many ml that will contain that concentration before you can measure it out and discard the remaining one. So, and for you to do that, you should know the extent of this what, how far this can go. With anything you added here, this will increase. And if this increases, like see what happens here. See what happened here. We use what happened when we use 100 milligram to calculate. We now see, okay, 100 milligram cost 2 mil increase, right? 100 milligram cost what? 2 mil increase. So if 100 milligram cost 2 mil increase, and you add that same 100 milligram, for example, now here, we believe that all things being equal, it will also cost extra what? 2 mil what? Increase. Or if you have, and another scenario is this, because that was calculated on, if you have one upon what, it was calculated upon 100 mil, right? That in 100, that if you add it in 100 mil, it costs what? 2 mil what? Increase. Now, we now assume that here is to what? 104 mil. That's why we got that 5 mil will now contain what? 5 mil of this mixture now will now contain what? 3 milligram of 5 milligram per 5 mil. As this one is increasing, as you add more, this one is also what? Increasing. The big question is now, how do we now manipulate this to be able to get what will give us? But if you say, let me decant 100 mil from here. If you say, let me get 100 mil from here. If you get 100 mil from here, 100 mil will contain what? If 700 milligram is found in 104 mil, how many will found in 100 mil? Check good. If there are 700 milligram in okay, it can simply be this times 5 times 20 anyway. But just do it. But it should be this times 20. Do it directly. Here is 6 what? 7 what? Do it directly. What will give you? Is that thing right? 7,104 x in 100 mil.
Yeah.
Is that thing right? Now, okay, I thought you have an idea. So here is what? We have what? 6,000. 6,000 what?
730 milligram.
In what?
100 mil.
100 mil. If you say bring it down to 5 mil, you still have what? This. It's not giving. It's even higher what? It's even higher what? Concentration. I hope you know. It's higher what? Concentration. Now, if you say okay, let us add. Let's add 250 milligram. We have something like this. If you add 250 milligram to this, blend it and add it to this, we have something like this. If 1,000 milligram will do what? Take care of 2 mil. 250 milligram will do what? What should be here? Divided by 4 is what? 0. What? Divide 2 by 4 is what? Because this divide this is 4. So 2 divided by 4 give you what? 0.5. 0.5 mil. Are you following? So if all is being equal, we assume that 100 milligram will give an increase of what? 2 mil, right? Now if you add 250 milligram, it will give you an increase of what? 0.5 mil. Now that means that if you add it now, if you add 250 milligram upon this, you have what? 6 what? 250 milligram, right? And this will increase to what? 102 point what? True of us? True of us? Yes, it's true. If you add 250 milligram here now. This will increase to what? 102 point what? 5. This will, if you have 6,250 milligram in what? 102.5 mil. 6,000 will be in what? Times this and divide by this. What is the answer? Do it fast. What's the answer? 98.4 mil. 98 point what? 4 mil. Join in 5 mil. What will give you in 5 mil? In 5 mil, just divide. Just this I did by this. Uh, it's what? 3 what? 304.9 milligram in 5 mil. Didn't say anything. When you add, if you add 250 milligram into it, it will increase to what? 304 milligram per 5 mil. As against what? As against 294.1 milligram per 5 mil. It increased to what? 304. But we are looking for what? 300 milligram per what? 5 mil. And it must be in what? It must be in what? In 100 mil. So at this point now, hello, at this point now, if you have 304.9 milligram in 5 mil, we have 304 milligram in 5 mil, you find out that if you add one of this, it will come up to this. Everything will be what? 98.4 mil. Final solution. And if you measure out 100 of, if you measure out 98.4 mil of this, it will contain what? 600 milligram. If you measure out 100 mil, multiply this by 5. This one by 20, sorry, 20, because this by 20 is 100. By 20 is what? 6 what? 6 what? Are you sure? In what? 100 mil. In what? 100 what? Mil. Now at this point now, anything you do on this, even if you don't get exactly 300 milligram per 5 mil, at least we should get something that is negligible. We get a difference that is what? Negligible. I'm not comfortable with this 250 milligram give us something big. Am I communicating? Now, remember that they said that the tablet is called, right? Remember that the tablet is what? Called. Now, if the tablet is called, I mean, you can go down as low as what? Half of it, which is that the information they give us to tell you that you can use what? Half of it. And I think this is where you can apply that half. Let's see whether we can get something that is negligible. Remember, we have already established something that 1,000 milligram was what? We displace what? 2 mil. Therefore, If you break it into two equal parts, you have what 125 milligram, right? Along that score, we have what, therefore, will give us what? Will displace what? X. What will it displace? 0. What? Good. 0.25 mil. It will displace 0.25. That means if you add 125 milligram to this, if you add 125 milligram to this, of that powder to this will go up to what? 61 what? Milligram. And this will go up to what? 102 point what? Point what? Any question?
So I just something that was
What did they use?
6138 now equals to 102.27, like it's a fraction. Should I see it like that?
6138.
6138.
Do you know the problem? How do we get 138 milligram of that tablet? Did you not understand the game now? How do we get? Okay, what did they give you?
It gives me 300.08.
I'm coming. How do we now get that 138 milligram of the tablet you add? Do you understand the point now? How do you get that? You know, this is practical. How can you divide that tablet? How? Because the tablet is like this. Hope you know, right?
Yes,
And this scoring is what to get exactly half of it. So once you do that, it will break. Now, if you use 138 milligram, how do we get this 138? Because that 6138 means that you add 138 milligram of the what? Unless you maybe you pulverize. Okay. After pulverizing, but let's try 125 first. Okay?
yes, sir.
So here we have what? 6125 milligram in what? 102 point what? 102.5, right? Thank you. Point what? So by calculation, we now, from this displacement value, we now conclude that if you add 125 milligram of that tablet in this system, in here, volume will increase to what? 102.25. Okay, so if 102, if 6,125 milligram is in what? It's 102.25 what? Mil. Therefore, 5 mil will contain what? 299.5 what? Milligram. 299.5 milligram. Begin 100 mil. What will it give us? Take it to 100 mil. What will it give us? Take it to 100 mil. What will it give us? Five what? 599. 990 watts. Sorry, 590 watts. Point what? 2 milligram in what? Please, what will you give us, please? 5 what? Hello? You're tired, right? I lost. Are you aware? Are you aware that nothing prevents me from solving this question in my house?
Yes, sir.
Come here and give it to you. Are you aware?
Yes, sir.
I want you to pass through this process. Yes. I want you, nothing, who gave you the question? I'm not the one. I could solve it, get the answer, and come and give you. Then you go. But if not for anyone, this one, pass through this process. Pass it. So let's pass through it together. It's only though that if you understand what I'm doing, you'll enjoy it. If you don't understand it, you sleep. If I can't just sleep now, I'll send you out. You go back to the hostel and sleep. Because you are not meant to be here. You are not qualified at all. What I'm going to see is real life scenario where you stand down and do calculation by yourself. Nobody will do it for you. So the earlier you wake up now, the better for you. Ask every year. I intentionally want us to pass through this. Ask every set that pass through me. We pass through this together. We reason together, solve it together here on the board. So don't think we are playing here. If I solve it and come here and do it, I'm not helping you. You just cram it and pass them and go. It's your business. So if I say let's work, please be sincere with yourself. Yes. Start thinking. If you are not contributing anything in what are doing here, it will wish you. Know it too. If you truly cannot contribute something, what are you? You are always having problem. Because the question you see in exam hall, you can't think. You think I will come and give you this time. No, I can't write in exam. I will twist everything. So if you cannot think and reason, I'm sorry for you. So the earlier the better for you now. Let's continue. Those that are interested in what I do, let's continue. Onlookers should continue looking at us. Now, we got this right. Yeah, we can that year 138. I've not ruled it out too. Is giving a new insight in this. It's okay. Let's see what this will give us. 5 what? Let me give me what? 100 what? Mil. Good. Now, based on the restriction of the question, look at this. You are restricted on this. Based on the open-ended question, where you are restricted on this, the only thing you can do, is to use what? Half of this what? Am I communicating? Now, but let's assume you have, even though yes, it's not exactly, but at least you give us something meaningful, okay? Remember, this is antibiotic. This thing can still give you the therapeutic factor you're looking for. Am I communicating? 2.995 milligram in 5 ml will give you the same therapeutic, whatever you know, this comes in range. Hope you know. The content of active ingredient, their effectiveness comes in what? Range. But it should not be more. Let that one now. Know that one now. When they are checking the content, that this they call content one of the tests you carry out when we did tablets. We have content uniformity. We have the disintegration time. We have a lot of them. One of the tests is content, the amount of the active ingredient in that what products, and the one that is acceptable. Like now, something like paracetamol. Now, I'm teaching something. Listen carefully. Something like paracetamol, we know that it should 500 milligram, but it must not be exactly what 500 milligram. Sometimes if NAFDAC want to analyze your products, if they want to analyze your what products, they will take that tablet and go and analyze it. If in case they are acceptable within a particular percentage range, around 5% or so, it should not be more less than 5% or more than what 5%. Range of it is okay. Remember, the maximum acceptable error is what? It still goes in everything we are doing. Am I communicating? See what I mean. Normal, we know that 500 milligram of paracetamol should be in a what? Tablet. Right? We know that 500 milligram should be in a what? Tablet. It should be what? 500 milligram per tablet. That's the concentration in a tablet. I hope you know. That's meaning per tablet. Now, if you have 5%, see what it means is that 5% of 500 milligram is what? 5% of 500 milligram is what? 25, right? Good. 25. Now, subtract. Is it 5%? Is it 5%? Okay. Let's assume it's 5%, okay? Subtract 500 is 4 what? 475 milligram. Add to 5 milligram to this. 5. So if 5% is acceptable, what it means is that if they do analysis now and the range is from 475, if they get anything between from 475 to 525, is acceptable. That's what it means. Am I completing? When you hear this 5%, what it means is that if they get anything from lower limit is what? 475. Upper limit is what? Anything between 500, 520, 490 is still in order. But if he start getting 450, it failed the test. He start getting 530, the product has failed the what? Test. Am I communicating? That's what I mean by giving a percentage that is what? Acceptable. The same thing happens here. If in a real life scenario and they analyze this product and you have 2995.5 milligram in 5 ml, it's not bad. Am I communicating? Based on the decision of this question, which says how many of the 250 milligram will you use? So what that means you are using what? Half. Because 125 milligram is what? Half of what? 250 milligram. 125 milligram is what? Half of. So you are half of this, half of the 250 milligram what? Half of what? 250 milligram what? Pulverized what? Tablets. Or simply 125 milligram. But to fit into the question you ask, we know that you added 125 milligram. But to fit in, you should be half of what? 250 what? Milligram. But if you're not giving any specific open-ended option to fix the answer, you are just told to calculate and say how many milligram you need. Where what you did is in order now. In that case now, you grind and weigh out what? 138 milligram. Based on what she did. Her own gave us 300.000 what? Good. It's also in order, right? Now if you grind, pulverized, you now weigh out what? 138 milligram. Let's assume the question is an open-ended question. But here you are restricted to here. Now you are saying you are going to add dash 250 milligram of what? Pulverized tablet. That means you add half. In that case now, you should be specific. Now that's why 125 milligram is there, which is half of, and that's why they scored it. They told you, if you remember, all the questions we solved, we never use half. That's why in that question you saw what? Score. To tell you that is what? Scored. Which means they know that you can use less than 1. That's why, and if you start going below that, it's a problem. Because the one that can give you what you need is if you break it into 2 along that line, along this line is to give you, it will contain 125 what milligram of the what active what ingredients. So if you grind half of this, if you grind this half of this powder tablet, it will give you 125 milligram of the what active what ingredients. Can someone grasp something for me? Let me confirm this. Check the percentage allowed for content uniformity test.
Percentage allowed for content
Just let me see what you get. Obiara make of 5%. Just let's confirm. For content uniformity. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
percent to 1.5% of the network power.
Okay, I'm correct. 5%. I'm correct. Okay, Obi, I didn't confuse. 5%. 5% is good. So if it's actually 5%, as you said, which I know is true, but I don't confuse along the way. What it means is that if they analyze that, let even work with this now. If they analyze this thing now, you find out that this is what this is what from 475 milligram to 5 to 5 milligram is in order. Or pass. If NAFDAC now take your paracetamol, your brand, and go to their lab to analyze it, and after analyzing it, and they realize that the milligram of the active ingredient paracetamol inside that tablet is 475, but normal thing is what 500 milligram. They will pass it. It pass the test because that 475 will give that therapeutic what effect. That's what I'm bringing it into this thing now. That's why I can beat my chest and tell it and say that 2995 milligram is also what in order. Am I communicating now? Am I communicating? Even though this is what suspension, but that one is for tablet and capsule. Okay, are we together? Are we together? Now, in summary, based on this question, those that have been following me from the scratch, when I'm gallivanting on this board, anywhere you see yourself tomorrow, you encounter this type of thing, you can take care of it. Even if it comes in your practice, when you need to make up, grind some power, grind a tablet to make up concentration you need for your patient, you can handle it. Those that were sleeping, slept, and woke up. And those that say, what is this man is even doing himself? Then those that say, they are there. But anything you are thinking, just know that I could solve this in the night and come and do what? But I don't do that. I want us to do what? Do it what? Together. That thing you are cracking your brain about, you are putting something there, something that can never leave you. Even if you are 90 years old, they wake you up, it has registered, it can never go again. That calculation is difficult, that people refuse to think. If you want to know how to do calculations, you must be ready to know how to think. Sometimes you get question on your own and start thinking about that question. I do it sometimes. I'll just get it. I'll just twist. I may get a question. I want to twist the figures and start thinking. The same way you develop your muscles, you develop your muscles by doing exercise. The same way you develop your brain by what? Thinking, critical thinking. If you are lazy to think, you remain like that. When challenge faces you, you run away. And for those of you, unless you go and hide under hospital pharmacy and be pushing your pharmacies, any small thing, any small thing, you go to your pharmacist and hide under the cover of your pharmacist. He will tell you you go and so, unless you want to remain there for life. If you truly want to practice, even in your as a pharmacy technician, even in your pattern medicine, whatever, you must meet challenges that you will think. And not everything. Sometimes there are some things you can solve. But if you don't have that ability to think, sorry. Unless we must any other source of income. Because if you cannot solve their problem, they will stop doing what? Coming. They will stop doing what? Coming. So please, in summary, all these long, whatever we pass through. We pass through. We started from bringing it down from 1000 milligram to what? 250 milligram or 250 milligram. We now find that this thing is not negligible. It's too much. Okay? I had to come down to what? To what? 120. The least you can ever work with is 125 milligram, which is half a tablet. And he gave us something reasonable. 229.5 milligram in 5 mil. Sorry, 299.5 milligram in what? 5 mil. So having 0.5 milligram in 5 mil for of cephalosporin not there will not make the bacteria to become resistant. It will not. But this one is too much. Altogether, it's too much to compare with what? This one. This one we are talking about 5 point something milligram. Two of us is too much. But this one is what? 0.5 milligram. You can neglect this because they are not. That was sometimes. Remember what we did in measurement. Sometimes a patient may need maybe 0 point by your normal calculation may need 0.49 4.9 something mil. Can you measure 4.9 something mil? If you do your normal calculation, can you measure it? Near 5 mil now. Oh yeah, near 5 mil. You can ignore that. Give person what? 5 mil. Use your to give person 5 mil because you cannot even if you use oral syringe, you cannot measure 4.9995 mil. But for your normal calculation, you got 4.95 mil. Where are getting 5 mil? 4 mil is too low. Two of us. So the nearest thing you can give person is what? 5 mil. The same thing here. Is it clear? So what to do is this. Add half. When you add it, you measure what? 100. Good. Whatever you have final what? Suspension. And discard what? 2.25. There we go. That's the answer. Half of this. That 100 mil will give you that 299.5 milligram in 5 mil. Go anywhere. Tell them I say so. That there's nothing else you can do here. And when there's no other magic you can do what? Perform. Based on this question. But you can still be manipulating and be going up just like her own. If you watch, why her own was about 300 and something was because she used 138 milligram. Yeah. So if I come in between 138 milligram and the 125, if I strike it at 130 milligram, if I strike it at 130 milligram, that means I'm not following this pattern again. That is my answer will now be just grind maybe one tablet and weigh 130 milligram now. It will not fit into this question. Am I completing? Let's assume you are not giving this now. It's just an essay question. You are told, stop here. You are not giving this. You are told here. You are asked, what could the pharmacy technician do to bring the suspension to desired strength? You may say, okay, if we use 130, if your own is 138, and you got 300.0. And I use 125. I got 299.5. Now let's use 130 and see what we'll get. If you use 130, that means you're adding what? 130 milligram, right? 130 milligram. Remember, if 130 milligram should displace what? Therefore, 130 milligram should displace what? 102. Then add it to one. You say 102 point. I'm confused.
0.26.
Okay, you already you can okay you okay good. It will be what? Point what? 26 mil. So 1,130 milligram will be in 102.26 what? Mil. Then how many will be in 5 mil? 3 what? Oh 6. 3 what? No, this is in 10
It will be 299.7. 299.7.
Have you seen that it's getting close?
Yeah.
If you now get up to let's say 134 now, or or let's say 134, it may get to 300 dots. But based on this thing now, you cannot do anything again. Use what? Half. But if you open questions, if you use 130, if you weigh out 132 milligram, if you weigh out one, sorry, if you weigh out one, in fact, what is 130, 125 to 138 ago? 5.8 is 13, right? Divide 13 by 2, 6.5. Add 6 to 125 to give you 131, right? Now strike 132. Let's strike 131 dots. So 132. Let's see what it will give us. If you strike 132, it will give you approximately 300 dots. If not dots, or 19999. Let's strike 132. Let's see what to give us. It's simple. Just know how many 132 will be displaced. How many will it be displaced?
It will be one. It will be 102.264.
Okay, 102 point what?
264.
0.264 mil. Here is 132 up here.
So it's not 299.8.
He's getting towards that 300. And if you mistakenly go up to 130, 134, it will strike 300. That is if it's an open what question like this. You simply say that you after pulverizing one tablet, you do what? Weigh out 134 milligram and add to this. It will give you around that 300. If you do it now, it will give you around 300. Is anybody doing it? Nobody. It will give you 300.
If you use this one,
If you use 134, it should give you 300. It should. If 132 should give you 299.8, that should give you around 299.9 something.
it's 299.
299.8. But do you not understand the point? The more you get towards that 138, if you try 137, see these things. Okay, sister. Okay, so 130 what? 136 will give you 0.5. We give you what?
300.00. What can you use 0.5?
You just use 136. You use 136. If you or 137 self. Try 137. Let's see.
137 give you 300.00.
It's also allow all these things are permissible. That all these things we become things are what? Better to 299.99, 299.97, 299.8, 300.001. You see, all of them are what? Would you try? Okay, what to give 300 dots? So they are also, so from this 2.9 above, we look at that 300 and is correct. So if you use from 125 milligram to 138, it will give you the same. It will give you all of them are what in order. They are within the range. This thing we did now. By the time we enter, those that listen to what I was doing on the board and followed me, they already learned displacement specific what volume. I intentionally inculcated specific volume here, but most of you don't even know. You've learned what specific volume of a drug. It's simple. It's simple. Just the number of mil of the liquid displaced by the say 1 gram of the what drug. Simple. Don't worry. By the time if we have time, we can go into it. There are some questions about this even in your density, specific value and density. I think that's even the next topic now, right? Density, specific gravity, and what specific what volume. I mean, I think we are dragging towards that. So that is what it is. Only those that were following me will understand what it is here. Those that were sleeping, sorry. Maybe they're waiting for us to I could reach out. I am anything about. I am under anything about. What if I ain't there? Maybe when you watch the video, you can now write it the way you want to write. Factory, thank you. We haven't done safe. On you go. So all right, I think we'll stop here. We have tried for today. Yes. Peter, what good now? That's how we roll. Thank you very much. God bless you. See you next time.